Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, I know we normally post 0 death runs, but every once in a while there's a 1 death run that's actually kind of fun, and then I want to show you guys. So, I'm bringing it to you today. Okay, so we're headed to, I think the ship calls it Oshaune? Haha, it's kind of fun to say. Ooh, headshot, first shot, get him. But here we are, we're on Oshaune. Dragon Roach already spawning in. We've got our gear down. Okay, Dragon Roach down. We've got our gear in. We're bringing the supply pack, the Speargun. As you see already, the Speargun being put to efficient use here between taking out an Alpha Commander already and taking out a bug hole from a distance. We're bringing the ultimatum that we've already seen help take out a Dragon Roach. We are bringing the Coyote. I was curious how this is performing post-patch. I think it was patch 4.1.0. There were some changes to fire, so we're seeing how that impacts the Coyote. Spoiler alert, I don't think it affects it all that much because I didn't really notice. Because when I use the Coyote, unless I'm engaging enemies from a distance, which I really like Coyote for, especially against these predator strains, because the further distance you can engage them from, the more damage you get on them with both the rounds as well as the fire, and so it makes them much easier to kill for either your teammates or you once they get closer. Okay. So we're bringing Coyote, ultimatum, gas grenades as you've seen here, using the environment to kind of break the movement of these enemies to give ourselves just those extra couple of fractions of a second that we need against these strains on this planet, because they are relentless. And so one of my first tips that I'll give you guys against these guys on Oshaune is if your weapons can do multiple multiple layers of work for you, i.e. this Speargun does both damage and gas damage. Coyote does both damage and fire damage. If you can stack those things up against this strain, you're going to have a much easier time. Okay. So first medium bug nest is down. I think we've taken out that shrieker nest. And we're headed, we've got this flag marked. However, on these planets with the cave systems, the underground systems, you actually have to take a bit of a different approach than just, running and getting things done. Because these caves are fascinating, just as far as it's something different in the game. And so we're all getting prepped here to head into the cave. I definitely appreciate about this team that they were slow, they were methodical. We really stayed together and made sure everyone was prepped and ready. We call it a turret here. As you can see, we brought the machine gun turret with us. And I do believe we also brought the orbital Gatling barrage just to round out the loadout. It's useful both of them are useful to call in where you can on some of the openings in the cave to bring down some extra support. So we chase down this patrol real quick before we join our teammates in the cave, simply because you want to kill everything in these caves, because you'll see it does not take long for them to overwhelm you and just attack from all sides constantly. So we're testing to see if we can create doors here or climb over that. Again, you always want to see where you can get advantages in this game, and so that's what we're doing. Okay, so this is kind of what I was telling you about earlier, where you can engage these bugs from a distance, and it's definitely helpful to have that scope available on the Coyote. Another tip, bring weapons with a flashlight. That's simple, speaks for itself. You need it here. That or bring a fire weapon, because then you can, make your own light, like I like to make my own doors. Okay, so we're moving our way, we're sticking together here. I tend to hang back from the group for obvious reasons, friendly fire, things like that. I also like to get, as you see here, I like to get an eye on as many angles as I can, because I know once we start engaging enemies, it's really easy to get tunnel vision and get overwhelmed or get flanked. So I'm going to be doing the flanking today. So we go around and we flank from the other side here to support our teammates from this other side, which pulls enemies out from the back end of whatever it is that's in here, and it thins things out coming towards my teammates. So we're dealing with the breach, helping contain from this side. I'm using both gas and fire to help manage this side here. Oh, bonk. Yeah, the gas makes short work. Coyote finishes things off pretty well. The other really nice part about being this close in proximity, and I encourage you guys to try this also if you're playing on console, and maybe even PC, which I hope y'all get to join us soon. Console players, we got to step up and you know, help take this planet, while our PC brothers and sisters and everyone else in between are all trying to get back on and help us take Oshaune here. So join the fight, everyone. Okay, so we're pushing in here, pushing in to get this flag done. And we're just gonna stay here on this side and help our teammates keep things clear, because there's a constant stream of bugs that come in these tunnels. You almost get no quiet whatsoever. Alright, Speargun helping get us out of a bit of a pickle there. Flag's just about done, a little over halfway. Pop on stims. Yeah, Speargun is just so good, especially in these caves where you can utilize these smaller tunnels to really cut off some avenues of approach by the enemies, which we'll see throughout this run. You can really cut off their avenues of attack with gas and fire, which really goes a long way to help protect your teammates. Yeah, as you see here, everybody kind of takes a lane and protects it. And then we supplement with each other as we see they need, and get the objective done, keep ourselves clear, and move forward. Alright, we see some enemies out this way. We're gonna take some shots. As I've said previously, you wanna engage these bugs as soon as you see them, because they are going to see you and they're going to come for you. Yeah, they're gonna come for those cheeks, so be careful. Clap the cheeks before they clap yours. Alright, so we're moving towards this second flag here to try and get it done. Oh, buddy, come up here. The dog's giving me the eyes. Come on. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so, oh look, water physics. We don't want to spend as much time, we want to spend as little time in that water as we can. So we hop across here to this open chasm space. We've been playing a lot in these caves, so we kind of have a pretty good idea at this point how they're laid out. And so we kind of understand the angles these bugs are going to come from, and so we use that knowledge against them to continuously flank them while they try and sneak in on our teammates. So as you guys play, just spend a little bit of effort trying to memorize or trying to get a feel for how these caves are, because as you'll see throughout this run, it really goes a long way to help support your teammates as well as keep you alive and the whole team. Okay, so we're using these side tunnels here to continuously flank and support our teammates and help pinch any enemies that are hoping to catch us off guard. Then by pinch, I mean essentially my teammates are on one side, I'm on another, and the bugs are in between us, and we just close in on them with our firearms and our firepower to take them out quickly, rather than trying to treat it more like a wave, I guess, and overwhelm them with force. It splits their attention to both sides, or if they keep their attention on one side, then I just get free reign, or my teammates get free reign on their back end to just destroy them. So it works out really well in these cave systems. Okay, a couple of hive guards, some more alpha commanders come in. Speargun does really well here, as you see, just AoE, throwing gas grenades down. Yeah, we're not in a rush here. Once we're engaged, we all kind of dig our heels in. We get the status effects going, and then we take them out. And then we'll move forward. Okay, so Stalker coming in there. So we're gonna reload. Oh, maybe not reload. Bouncers. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you hit your shots from a distance on these Stalkers. Oh, we got caught in the middle of the reload. No, teammate, sorry. Okay. Yep, you can stun tank enemies. Some more gas there. Toss an ultimatum. Okay, we overshoot it. Probably a good thing. We may have murdered our whole team there. There's another spore charger. Get some gas on it. The Speargun can stop any chargers mid-charge. So, if anything, it keeps them from charging anyone. So it'll allow the teammates to make short work. Oh, hello. Thank you for doing that. Goodbye. Okay, so we take out that Impaler. Okay, somebody threw in, a teammate threw in the Napalm Barrage here. Ugh, this is another thing that's frustrating. Sometimes in these caves is the invisible barriers from the dead bodies. Because your timing is so tight and you have almost no opportunities for missteps, and so having random invisible barriers for us and not the enemies is actually quite unfortunate. Feels cheesy, but we get through it. We move forward. Here we are pushing in to get this other flag done. We got to take out these bug holes quick because bugs just pour out of them. Alright, that was done, that was done. Yep, we got that last one. Cool. And so now, like before, I'm just going to pick this far lane here, this doorway, and keep it clear while we're raising the flag. Teammates will help support. Alright. One door here should be good enough for us to handle. And then we'll help support our teammates from a distance. Okay. Yeah, I remember being impressed by that. By that angle. I don't know if it was the Speargun or my teammate or whatnot, but I remember thinking that it was the Speargun that got it and was impressed that it was able to do it from that angle. Okay. So here you see another example of using these tunnels against them, against the Terminids, because they can't go left, right, up, or down. They just have to go forward or backwards. And so going forward into your ultimatums, your gas, your bullets, your lasers, your plasma, your fire. Yeah, there's very few of them that have the robustness to be able to make it through all that. Yeah, just keep managing. Flag is raising. Saw Predator Hunter, I believe, coming in, so we shoot off some more gas. Okay. I think it's right in here we start to notice our two teammates, B3 and B2, are low on ammo. Okay, we halt the charge there. Flag one area. Cool. Cool. Thank you guys. Toss an ultimatum in there. Should help clear things out. That's the other thing, is if you can be accurate with your ultimatum shots, which, hint, foreshadowing, that's another way you can take advantage of these tunnels. Okay, yeah, so we saw B3 and G2 were short here, and so we topped them off real quick. If we're using the glitch, we can more than easily use those boxes to help our teammates out, because we just need one of them in perpetuity. So we've got 3 boxes to give away at any given time, or up to 3 boxes to give away at any given time, and especially in these tunnels, being topped off is of the utmost importance. So if you're doing this supply pack glitch, try and keep your teammates topped off as you're able to, because it can be the difference. One bullet can be the difference. So, okay. Alright, we're done here. Cleared everything out. Gonna make sure our teammate gets out okay. Oh, supplies. And so with that in mind, we're going to go grab, because we're likely not going to come back to this portion of the cave again. So we're going to fill up on our boxes so that we can continue to support our teammates. So essentially we are picking up as much of that supply call-in as we can and bringing it with us to help support the team. And we're okay getting a little bit behind. As you guys have seen in some of my other videos, survival is kind of one of my favorite things to try and do in this game. And so I'm okay getting a little behind and maybe getting attacked a little bit. Because I just like taking fights and seeing if I can survive. Okay, so we're closing back in on our teammates here. And then we're immediately, as we've done every other time, we're immediately going to start looking for these side passages here to begin working on and attacking these Terminids before they get to us. It's interesting too, since the patch came out, I'm wondering if the breaches have been extended, the amount of enemy spawns have been extended, because it seems like breaches are lasting longer, there's more enemies. I mean, I'm okay with it. Here we are again. You get to see another cool little environmental advantage that you can gain here, and this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to cut this entire avenue off to our team here. So we get their attention, we run across this little bridge and we drop a grenade there, because then the breach comes in over here and we can manage it from across this chasm. And then the gas that I throw in there makes their asses grass, because it's in such a tight water-filled tunnel that they're all going to spawn in there and just be gassed out. So that's what we're going to do. We've got our lane. Ah! And we're holding it. We're going to manage this breach here, because there's never usually just one way in and one way out. And so the breach is going to start following this path of least resistance and start spilling out this other side here, which we're going to manage. Take those two down. And we're going to go put ourselves in between our teammates and this breach. Spear gun. It's good for that. Yeah, you hit your shots. Those stalkers will go down quick. Okay. Bug breach should be done here soon. This was a cool little portion here. As you'll see here, we'll figure it out after a little bit, and I'll even ask, because sometimes I just assume that missions are bugged and you can't really find portions of it, but the valve is actually hidden down that little passage that we were just looking at. So we're going to deal with this dragon roach that came in here. We made sure it was dead. We got more bugs coming in the other side here. That breach is done. So we get a little respite before the next breach will be able to come in. And so I look again and I'm like, okay, where is this valve? It's not over here. Okay. Looking. Takes us a second to figure it out. However, we needed to kill all these enemies anyway, so we do a lot of that. So we're all managing in this area, we're taking things out. As you see, you really don't have much of a choice. You either try and run through, or you have to kill everything. And I honestly, as much as I've been playing OSHAUNE lately, since it's been the MO, I don't know that the running through, I haven't seen a team be successful. Rarely, if ever, I think, have I seen someone be successful just running through, because they just die a lot. And then people get frustrated and leave. So you actually have to kind of dig your heels in, take the fights, and continue to take the fights. So it really asks that you, yeah, that you're able to consistently battle it out with these guys in these caves. So, of course, as always, if anyone else has other strategies, let me know, because I also kind of enjoy that blitz playstyle where it's like you're just on the move, light armor, something like the warp pack or jump pack, just being on the move. However, in these tunnels, though, it really hinders those movement bills. So, yeah, I'd be interested to see. I wonder how hover pack would do in here. So, yeah, let me know below. Okay, so we're gonna continue to help our teammates here. We've got one on the left, one on the right, now one in the middle, and then we've got the mech behind us supporting. You generally, as your mech users, we want you to save your ammo for these types of situations, because the teammates on the ground can manage this real easily. And so, as the player with the mech, as you do see throughout this, they will preserve their mech shots, because if we're not being overwhelmed, we don't necessarily need all the power that the mech offers, and so save it, because that mech, when things do get hectic, can be the difference. Yeah, could be the difference between success and failure. So, okay, so we got a few stragglers coming in here. Just gonna keep them managed. Still trying to push into that other valve out there. I'll ask teammates, I think, here if we're bugged. And then once we figure out that it's through here, we're going to go max aggression and push in and be done with it, because we cannot stick around too long. So we're going to make another lap here, looking for the valve. I think we ask here, bugged. Yep. And then pretty sure someone tells us, nah. So, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, now I know where it is. All right. So we got more bugs coming in here, more predator strain coming in here. Alpha commanders. We're gonna get to work with the spear gun. Cool. Cool. So teammate says, nah, we're not bugged. Well, that's good. Otherwise, right, the mission is just, you kind of finished at that point, because there's no way to, if there's no valve, you can't finish it. Alright. Find the valve. Okay. So once we get word there from B1 that they're near it, we let them know we got the message, and then we've got to go max aggression here and push in, because we've been here too long already. Yeah, and as I say before, in these tight corridors, and even not, you can run through gas. So, okay, and this is exactly why we needed to be out of here, because breaches. We've been here too long already. So we don't have much of a choice. We could in theory retreat. However, our teammates are buried here, and so rather than them both dying, we're going to stay in here and help them manage, because they can turn the valve and they can blow that wall open, and then we can escape out the other side. Oof. Sorry, teammate. That was close. Okay. So the breach is still happening. We're going to keeping it gassed, keeping it under control here. Because our teammates are wrapping around, and so now they're going to be the pinch. So I'm here managing the breach, and then they're going to go progress the mission and then help me pinch through that corridor that we were at previously. So now they're kind of forced to make a choice to go after my teammates or go after me. So bad luck. Oh, team kills. Gotta love them. Yeah, the one death that I get here is funny. It's one of those classic deaths. Okay, so as you see here, we've been pinched. However, we found this little advantage earlier when we were running through here the first time, using that verticality to our advantage. So we get it. Okay. Using all the terrain we can here. So throw a grenade, just in case we need that exit. Blow it open. Ooh, samples. Squirrel, right? Should be worried about living. However, oh, hi. Hello. Just gonna sneak through here. Does your car have an extended warranty? Here it comes, guys. Oh. It would be those candy corn looking mother effers. Moths. Yeah. Strongest enemy against a diver like me is the smallest enemy. So funny. So funny. But that's what we get, right? That's what we get for farting around instead of moving. Right. Say, we didn't mean to say we needed supplies, but it's funny how it works, because, you know, we gotta go pick up our supply pack. Okay, so we get our stuff back. Our spear gun. So our teammates ask if we want to hit the mega nest, and absolutely. Let's get as much of this done as we can, because it's tough, right? And people, it's interesting how players, they get tired playing in these tunnels, and a lot of times it's too much to finish the whole mission. So we've finished the entire main mission, so now we're going to go hit this mega nest. Aha. Yeah, so you'll see here, we're going to use this again. You shall not pass. Here we go. Let our teammates come over here, and then we're going to cut this avenue off to our back end. Yeah, it's one of those, the bugs think we're locked in here with them. The fact of the matter is that they're locked in here with me. So, I have my teammates. So we're gonna push in here. We're gonna take them out. Okay, so we got a bug breach coming in, and honestly, I feel like it's a good time for it, because right when we get to the mega nest, if we can manage this breach, which we're all staying together, and we're managing it well so far, having the breach come in at the front end, if you can be quick, you can deal with the breach, clear most of the nest, and then, of course, you'll have time for another breach to come in, but you can actually sneak out a win on the nest. So we've rotated around here to this interesting little area that I found to be quite helpful, as you're going to see. There's a path down into the nest, and then right here on my left shoulder where B1 is there's a path on the left that allows overlook down into the nest. So great for using gravity against your enemies, great for keeping yourself safe like we see here. And then also we can snipe, which we will eventually start doing once we get this all kind of thinned out. Because everything down there is going to try and come kill us, as you see. It's all going to try and pinch us off and force us off of this high ground, but we are going to absolutely refuse and not get this up and just gas everything out. Yeah, you can see here just how important the multiple status effects alongside like your kinetic or bullet-based damage is. Okay, now see, that angle was pretty good on the Speargun there. That's actually, and then that one doesn't work. That was a cool angle there. That was a good angle on the Speargun. Okay, we got some burrow bugs coming in here. Get out of here. Teammate goes down. Call him in. So if that angle won't work with the Speargun, ultimate. Interesting. So ultimatum did not work. However, we're stubborn. So I think we're gonna fire another one at it. Okay, so teammate goes down. Okay, top off. Oh man, that was close. Okay. So deal with that. Okay, so things are starting to get thinned out here. So we're going to take that opportunity and finish off these holes in here.
Last reload.
And as you'll see here, we just kind of are like, okay, you don't want to let me hit it with the spear gun. I want to make sure I get it this time. So we take that hole out. All right, popping out the commander head. Yeah, this high ground has just been incredibly important here. And as you see, you can, with a teammate, and you guys have all the right tools there, and you're just unwilling to move, you can really force those bugs into some pickles that then you can really just, yeah, there's, I mean, these if once you start seeing these underground tunnels as just a maze of choke points, you can really start to set up some cool kill boxes. Okay, teammates getting beat up here by warriors, so we're not too worried about that. So we'll put a spear gun shot or two in there and make short work of these guys. Okay, so we've got 5 bug holes left. There's one near us here, which we're not going to go at it immediately because we can shoot it from a distance with the spear gun. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to hug the wall here, take these couple enemies out, pop up on this little high ground. Oh, we missed the shot. That's okay. We're going to drop some gas there. Yeah, sometimes you got to rotate around and try again. So that's what we're going to do. Pop that. And I think it's in here that we realize we were thinking we could vault that or mantle that, but it's not. Okay. Good. So don't have much of a choice. This little hole here is being a bit of a pickle, a bit of a hill. So we're gonna close it. Flattened by an alpha commander there. That's okay. Pop off. This is where you use terrain. Beautiful. So now we can get to work with the spear gun. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Yeah, if you land your shots, hit that head out and they're dead, and it leaves a cloud of gas. As you see, multiple clouds of gas in these tight spaces. Doesn't take long. Down, another one down. Okay, so we got 2 bug holes left. Our teammate says, damn. Okay, so we finish off the nest here with G2. It looks like our other 2 teammates have moved on. Oh, no bad dogs. Only bad owners, guys. Yeah, I know sometimes those guard dogs, they really do give you the what for. Okay, so Mega Nest is complete, so if there is no reason for us to be underground, we are gonna get out. So we've grabbed a little egg there and we're headed out. So we're gonna get outside here, head towards extraction, get some samples, and some super credits, requisition slips. We're pretty full on everything. So, but we'll pick it up for the rest of the team. Okay, looks like G2 is out. So we're gonna get out here on some high ground outside the caves. Set up a turret to help support them because enemies are gonna just be pouring out of these caves. So throw down a turret, it's like another player. And as you see, left side, right side, every side. Like, wait, come back. Oh, yeah, you're gonna see enemies just pouring out. Whoa. Maybe not pouring out, but they are filtering out. Okay, let's take some shots here with the Speargun. Just taking out the individual enemies, the Hive guards, Alpha commanders. Getting shots on them. Because these enemies are going to continue to come from here where the caves are at, all the way over here to this extraction. As you see here, right? More and more are going to start coming out. So this is where the scope on the Coyote is handy. If we can hit anything. Yeah, as you see here too, if you get surrounded, shoot the ground with the spear gun. That gas will make short work of things. Okay, so we're going to get back to work here, try and hit our shots a little better. There we go. Okay, so we've got a napalm barrage coming in. We're making sure no more enemies are coming. So we're going to get down a sentry because we see enemies coming from that direction that I'm facing now, and then it will also help support the direction that I'm currently covering. Yeah, it's like a constant flow of bugs out of the caves and even within them. So okay, so we got a spore charger. So again, implementing this sort of flanking technique here where we pinch the breach on both sides, help support the team. So essentially this turret and I are like 2 players on this other side of the breach here. So we've essentially got 5 players, which is really nice against these bugs because there's just so many of them. You know, you've got the burrowing strain, you've got the predator strain, you've got the regular strain, you've got the dragon roaches. Yeah, it's just crazy hectic. So the turrets really do, they act like another player. And the machine gun turret, its cooldown is so low when you have all the upgrades that you can call it in quite a bit. No, teammates. It's so funny how often team kills happen. Although it is frustrating at times, I will say. Okay. So, shuttle's coming in. We're going to get another machine gun sentry down out here. Again, cover both those areas. Hey, teammate. Ah! Oh. Eel 1. Pelican 1. Oh. They have different flying styles. What a show, Pelican 1. What a show. GG's teammates, right? Nice flying, Pelican 1. And it's a bit drunk. Graceful indeed. Breathing too much of that bug mist. Okay, so we missed a couple, but we got the mission done. We got out with only 1 death. Yeah, crazy mission type nowadays. Super hectic. But GG's teammates. I hope everyone's doing well out there. All my love. Tell somebody you care about them today. Give your pets some of my love. Okay, got a few samples here. Hey, double digits, I'll take it. Looks like a couple of our teammates may need them, may not. But let's take a look at the stats and see how things turned out. Covered in blood and guts. Okay, let's see here. Ooh-wee, that was a high kill game. 627, 1 death, 53 stems. All right, everyone. Love you all. Have a good day.